All right, so I just got through watching a video by the StonedCommander entitled "Hello, Old Friends," and it inspired me to just turn on the camera and just talk off the cuff with nothing really planned or anything really in mind, other than the fact that I guess the difference between the internet back then and what the internet has evolved into now. Um, they are two totally different realities, and a huge part of that is because of the progression of the technology with smartphones and how sadly, it's sad but true. I'm your dream and make you real. So anyway, sadly but truly, in the modern world, it's just as this. No matter where the fuck you are in the world, whether you're in America, you're in fucking Africa, you're in fucking Australia, wherever the fuck you're at, uh, you're pretty much, as a species, we're pretty much being conditioned that if you don't have a smartphone, then you can't really function in modern society. And what do I mean by that? Um, a lot of my relatives that are like OGs, they're in their 70s or 60s, and they still have flip phones and they despise smartphones, right? And I'm always like that NEF that they call up when they need help with like putting in an application for whatever the fuck it may be, whether it's for like food stamps or for some kind of fucking appointment that they need to be at, or they didn't pay their phone on time, so you know they can't send verification codes or verification numbers to their flip phones, and it creates this whole fiasco, right? And it's like modern society is pretty much telling us, subconsciously, that you either adapt. I mean, that's evolution, right? You adapt or you get left behind, right? And sadly, this part of our evolution as a human species is being more and more integrated with these fucking smartphone devices. And modern society is telling us, consciously or subconsciously, it's irrelevant. They're telling us that you either get with the program or you're going to get left behind. Because you're not going to be able to, now with so much fraud, and now with fucking this new fucking cat out of the fucking bag, with fucking AI and artificial intelligence. And now it's like you need to, verify your face, and you need to verify, you need a picture of your ID, and you need all kinds of shit. You need to stick a fucking, thermometer up your ass and prove that your body temperature is at 98.6 degrees or whatever the fuck the human body temperature is supposed to be at. There's all these like procedures, right, to like prevent fraud and prevent theft and all this type of shit. And but it's counterproductive now with this new curve that we're hitting, with technology and AI, and how with the picture you can just make like a 10-second video and slap someone's voice on it, and it's getting better, and the technology is getting better and better and better. And now I even see AI commercials on fucking TV, and they're like, "This commercial is made by an AI. I am blah 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 blah, and give me your money and donate to the cause because AI can be used for good. It's not always only going to be used for bad. It's all in how we choose to view the world," and all this stupid fucking bullshit, right? But it's like, if there's one thing that human history has proved time and time and time and time and time fucking again, is that when you put these tools in the hands of humanity, your everyday Joe Schmo, they're going to use these technologies or these inventions for evil just as much as they can be used for good. And do the pros outweigh the cons? I don't really think they do. I just see a future where people are going to be losing more and more jobs because AI is going to take over. And people are like, "Oh, you're just being paranoid, you're being a conspiracy theorist." No, 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 no. If you're sitting on that higher, upper echelon of, corporate cocksuckers that, are fucking got, you know, billionaires and lawyers and judges in their back pockets and shit, Well, then from a business standpoint, well, then yeah, you're gonna trim the fat. You're gonna get rid of these people. What the fuck do I need them for? Just get an AI, type in some prompts, and they'll do the fucking job for you. I'd imagine Hollywood is taking a huge fucking blow the past 2 3 years, maybe in past even 5 years. But when it comes to CGI and people that they were in animation their whole lives, all these skills are just like they're obsolete. They're just inert. They're not as needed as they were because now an AI fucking does everything for you. And that's just one slice of living and job markets and all this shit. But it's just gonna get worse and worse. It's not gonna get better. And if we don't put a stop to this, which I don't, we're already, but they already got us by the balls with smartphones and social media and how these corporate conglomerates are run. And you know 9/11 was like a big, played a huge part in that, as far as the war on terrorism, and all these videos are gonna get flagged for misinformation and all this stupid shit. These are just my fucking opinions. YouTube, chill the fuck out. Nobody watches my fucking videos. Give me a fucking break. The algorithm can fuck off until all eternity. Fuck off until all eternity. But yeah, the whole 9/11 and Bush and the war on terror and weapons of mass destruction and all this shit. It's like we just gave away like all our rights in those moments. Like, and now every book you check out at the library, every time you fucking swipe your fucking card at the fucking Walmart, these cocksuckers have access to all your information, to all your fucking day-to-day lives and living. And that was in 2001. Now with you fast forward 24 years later with smartphones, and they're pretty much just tracking devices. That's all they really are, essentially. I mean, if they want to track you, they will. And it's gotten to, I don't know, I'm going like on these separate fucking tangents here, but yeah, hello old friends. I saw a video by StonedCommander and just felt the need to turn on the camera and just make a video to remember the better days, Blog TV and YouTube before the adpocalypse, because to me that's when YouTube went to shit, is with the Gamergate and adpocalypse and revenue and all this stupid shit. And that's when it became, because back then we would have debates, we'd have discussions, whether it was atheists versus Christians or Scientology and all that fucking batshit insanity, evolution, whatever, and it was cool, it was intriguing, it was nice to know that there's people all over the world that share the same sentiments that you do. On the other side of the planet, there's still people that you can see eye to eye with, or there's still people that you disagree with. But all in all, it gave you a sense of that, damn, at the end of the day, we're all just fucking humans, right? We're all just fucking human beings sharing a fucking planet. That's all. We're just 8 fucking billion fucking Homo sapiens sharing a collective consciousness, sharing one fucking planet. And there was a sense of like, there was even though we disagreed and we agreed to disagree and we whatever, there was a sense of like solace and like, today was a good, we had a good discussion today with these online friends and crazy motherfuckers of back in the day, people like Fake Sagan, Coughlin, Mannix the Pirate, that little short era of YouTube atheism and all those little bubbles and circles of people, and some who are no longer with us today. Rest in peace to the fallen. It's unfortunate, but yeah, it was just back then. We did it for a sense of like connection or like humanity, and now everything's just like monetization, money. If you get these clicks, you get these likes, you get money. That's when YouTube went to shit, when with monetization and all this fucking bullshit. And that's all social media is now too. You can either get on social media for the shits and giggles, for the lulz, or you can make money off of it. And Elon Musk will send you a check if you have certain amount of engagements and you have so many people retweeted your tweets and your shit and your piss and your fucking pus and your all this stupid bullshit, right? And it's for people that were, for me at least, I'm glad and grateful that I was born in an era before the internet, and I can like slice it down the middle, right? You can slice it down the middle how life was before the internet, or AOL dial up. That was still pretty cool because it was like the inception and the birth of the internet. That was pretty awesome as well. But I'm always going to be grateful that I was just born in an era where I can cut it right down the middle and be like life before the internet, life with the internet. Everybody being interconnected at the touch of a fucking finger pad, at the whim of just poking a fucking screen, and you're automatically connected to the prayer and this, and you have all this information and all this insanity, right? And I'm glad that I'm able to separate those two realities, because if I was born, if I was like a Gen Z, like I would just be like fucked. I would be fucked in the head. I mean, I'm already fucked in the head, but I can dip in and out of it. I can dip in and out of the fuckery. But to just be born like in the year 2000s and up, and just always be subjected to just like, just staring at a fucking screen all fucking day, like it's all gone to shit. And StonedCommander's right. It's just a heaping pile of gaseous shit. That's all. It's all it is. But you have to, you can't get too black pilled, and you have to just keep on trucking on and put one foot in front of the other, and that's when the rubber meets the road, and you just gotta stay positive, stay strive towards a goal or something, even if as minute and minuscule as it may seem in the grand scheme of things. Just keep grinding, just keep putting one foot in front of the other, and say, fuck it, here I am, bring it, motherfuckers, because I ain't going down without a fight. Fuck it. That's all we can fucking do, right? And so yeah, YouTube all went to shit with monetization and the ad apocalypse, and and every now and then people take it too far, and that's just human nature. But smartphones are just making humanity dumber and fucking dumber, in my opinion. And people get shady when you're making a quick buck on the internet because of clicks. And the main incentive on this platform and all of social media now is just to make that quick dollar. And if you can do that, and if you found like this loophole to do it, that's awesome, good for you. But I just come from like an era where like, and StonedCommander mentioned this as well, and I'll wrap it up because I feel like I'm going on forever. Back then we used to call out e-beggars, like that was like a thing. Like you would call out an e-beggar and be like, this motherfucker's just, he's an e-beggar. I don't know how to fucking say it. But now it's just normality. And everyone is fixated on their brand. My podcast. Look, check out my brand. I'm trying to, get you to buy their fucking shirts and their fucking coffee mugs or whatever the fuck they're selling nowadays. And it's just everyone has a store, and that's fine. Everyone has to hustle. Everyone has to, try to make a buck one way or another. Again, back to evolution. You either adapt or you get left behind. And that's just the way of the world. That's the way of the future. It is. But I don't have to partake in it. I don't. I've never made a fucking penny off this fucking website, and I never fucking will. And it's always just been for my own insight, to share a certain intellect with the common man, and just see that at the end of the day, whether you live in fucking America, China, Australia, fucking Alaska, wherever the fuck, that we're all just human fucking beings. We're all just 8 billion motherfuckers thrown into the vastness of fucking space and time, and we're all just sharing a collective consciousness, and we're all just sharing one fucking planet. So let's try and come to that realization and not forget. Don't let that thought be so fleeting, and people just get caught up in their own world. But we've forgotten that we're all sharing one planet, because now everyone's living in their own world. Everyone's living in their own reality, and you can wake up a female one day, and you can, take a shit in a male's restroom the next day, and it's, but today I feel like a tiger, and today I feel like a fucking rhinoceros, or whatever. But, and I mean, just, there's limits, there's boundaries between insanity and just being a little against the grain, or whatever the fuck, however the fuck you want to word it or phrase it. But, remember when growing up, remember when no meant no? Remember that? Remember when your elders, when they told you no meant no. There was no wiggle room. There was just no. No. That's lost in today's world. says, "Oh my God, poor him. Oh, he needs a participation trophy. He's such a good little warrior. He came in last, but in an alternate universe, on an alternate timeline, he came in first. Good job, little Jimmy. You'll get him next time, broski." You know, I don't know, bro. It's humanity's fucked. But I don't want to be black pilled. I don't want to. Maybe I don't want to look in, too deep into the abyss. But I'm just trying to stay hopeful. I'm trying to stay positive. Today was a really good day. Today was a blessed day. But yeah, everything's just technology, and we're living in an era where everything's just fixated on like making that quick buck online. If you get enough retweets and engagements on Twitter, Elon Musk sends you a check. If you get enough likes on Instagram or whatever, they send you a check. Google sends you a check. YouTube sends you a check. But you got to get those engagements up. You got to get people to see your shit, see your shit, see your shit, see your shit, see your shit. And that's just how we're being conditioned as a species, and that's not healthy. And you throw AI into the mix. You throw artificial intelligence into the mix, and it's a recipe for fucking disaster. And we're just every day we're just kissing our humanity. We're kissing our humanity like goodbye. Just away, 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 away. Our individuality, our humanity, it's all being washed away in these rivers of artificial intelligence, artificial negligence of shit and piss that's just rivers and rivers of shit and piss just flowing through the fucking living room, and no one seems to give a flying fuck about it. I miss the better days.